Firstly, loosen the 2 thumb screws at rear of the chassis to remove the top cover. With the top cover removed, we are able to install up to 4 graphics cards into the chassis for application. Use a screwdriver to loosen the screws at rear side to detach the L-type brackets. If the GPU card to be installed inside NA265AG4 is dual width, then we have to detach 2 L-type brackets at rear. However, if the graphics card to be installed inside Netstor rack mount GPU chassis is triple width, then 3 L-type brackets at rear need to be detached. Hold the GPU card and gently install the graphics card into slot 2 on the backplane inside the NA265AG4 GPU chassis. And then utilize a screwdriver to tighten the screws onto GPU cards or third-party PCIe cards bracket to have graphics card or PCIe card be firmly fastened to the Netstor GPU rack mount chassis. After the NVIDIA or AMD graphics card is properly fastened within the Netstor GPU enclosure, because on the NVIDIA or AMD GPU card normally there will be 2 or more 8-pin PCIe power connectors on it. At this time, use the built-in 8-pin PCIe power cables from enclosure's PSU to connect them to graphics card's 8-pin PCIe connectors for sufficient power. The next step is to prepare the Netstor host card to be installed at the host computer side. The host card is placed in the white box. Just open the box and take out the anti-static bag. And then use scissors to cut off the anti-static bag, and then take the host card out of the bag. The host card will be installed at host computer side for connection with NA265AG4. Locate and identify a PCIe Gen 4 or Gen 5 16-lane slot on server motherboard first. Then install host card into the PCIe Gen 4 or Gen 5 16-lane slot on motherboard within the server. After it is installed, tighten a screw onto host card's bracket to have it fastened to the host computer. Use the first SFF8644 data cable to connect between host card in server and NA265AG4 chassis. Firstly, connect between connector 1 at host side and connector 1 at Netstor unit. Secondly, use the second SFF8644 data cable to connect between connector 2 at host side and connector 2 at Netstor unit. Remember, do not make cross connection like connector 1 at host side to connector 2 at Netstor unit. Subsequently, use the third data cable to connect between connector 3 at host side and connector 3 at Netstor unit. Again, be aware that crossed connection such as between connector 2 at host and connector 3 at Netstor must not happen. Lastly, use the fourth external data cable to connect between connector 4 at host side and connector 4 at Netstor unit. Do not cause crossed connection such as between connector 3 at host and connector 4 at Netstor. After the 4 SFF8644 external data cables are connected correctly between server and NA265AG4 chassis, power on host computer firstly, and then Netstor unit will be powered on along automatically because the Netstor rack mount GPU chassis is designed to be able to be powered on by the host computer. When the Netstor NA265AG4 rack mount GPU chassis has been powered on by the host computer, the round LED button in front of NA265AG4 will illuminate blue light to indicate that the Netstor rack mount chassis has now been powered on. At this time, verify at the host computer side if Netstor host card LED 3's blinking speed is the same as Netstor host card LED 2's blinking speed. Provided that at the server side Netstor host card LED 3's blinking speed is exactly the same as Netstor host card LED 2's blinking speed, then it will mean that PCIe Gen 4 signal is linked and connected properly and correctly between server and Netstor NA265AG4 rack mount GPU chassis.